It's been a while since I did a live. Oh my God. I feel anxiety. Oh my God. Anxiety. Whew. So clearly, my hair is already twisted. If you've never seen one of my lives, normally when I do a live, I'm twisting my hair. Tonight I tried something different. I went live on YouTube, not YouTube, TikTok. Child. It wasn't nothing but bots. It was one real person on the live and everybody else was bots. Like it kept saying this person joined, this person joined, this person joined, but child, those were bots. I just wanted to try something. I had never gone live on TikTok, so that was my first time. And I don't have my glasses on, so I look a little different. But if you have never seen one of my videos, shorts, lives, TikToks, Instagrams, whatever, if you've never seen my face ever, I like to say that I make lifestyle content from a mental health perspective, but child. It's so much going on with me, like it's a lot. If you've never seen one of my videos, let me see if I can remember everything. There is bipolar 2 that literally is feeling like bipolar 1. ADHD. Oh Jesus. OCD. I said bipolar, depression, anxiety. I said ADHD. I don't know why I want to keep repeating ADHD. BPD, borderline personality disorder. Um, mm, I have a few videos on my channel talking about, oh God, talking about BPD. I have a few videos on a playlist called Vibe With Me. And on these Vibe With Me videos, I talk about living my life with mental disorders, multiple mental disorders. Yeah. mm. There is this part of me that's like, why are you going live, Aurelius, if you already did your hair? Because if you don't know, majority of the time when I go live, I am doing my hair. I also see okay, I see it. I was just about to say there's no notification that I went live. I was just about to say, let me see. Oh Lord have mercy. I was smoking earlier, and I am more of a smoker than a drinker, but today I decided to have a drink, and child, I had 1800, and when I tell you sis is sis is feeling herself right now. This is what I'm eating. I get this from Target. It's so good. Mm. Mm. Mm-hmm. I had this whole script written out for TikTok, but I mean, I'm pretty sure bots are on YouTube too, but literally bots just kept joining, kept joining, kept joining, kept joining. And it really makes you feel like people are actually watching your videos, and you realize like these are not real people that are watching your videos. These are spam accounts. So it's like it took away from the momentum and the excitement I had to like talk about what I wanted to talk about, which basically was a mental health topic. If you never seen my face, if you never seen any of my videos or anything, I am Aurelius. That is my name, Aurelius Kingdom. I live with multiple mental disorders. As you can tell by the t-shirt, I am an Army veteran. I served for 7 years. Again, I live with multiple mental disorders. But I try my best not to let that, be what my life is about. Even though mental health is heavy in my life, it is heavy in what I deal with on a day-to-day basis. I try my best not to make it the focus of my life. I am also interested in natural hair, as you can tell. I'm into natural hair. I love fashion. Fashion is my thing. Love, love, love fashion. I like cooking. I introduced myself as a socially awkward creative. Yeah, I like fashion. I like cooking. I like creating content. I love writing. I just love creating. Like, I mean, I would love to say, I'm a content creator, but excuse me, if I'm being honest, I'm just a creative. Like, I'm just a creative. God helped me realize that too. Through my journey, on my, Christian journey or my spiritual journey, God helped me realize that the creativity was always inside of me. It was just a matter of me believing in myself. And, because I never believed in myself enough, I always said what I can't do, what I can't do, what I can't do, instead of saying, hey, I can do this. And I'm actually gonna see if I can, let me see if I can read what I had wrote today. Basically what I said was, why is it that, you know, I pray so hard for, you know, making it as a content creator, as a YouTuber, as a social, as a creative, you know, I really want to make it, right? Because I feel like this is my calling. I've been through a lot of things in my life, and those things have led me to, you know, believe that God wants to use me to be a vessel to speak to other people about my life and my struggles and the things that I go through, because I feel like so many people can relate to what I go through. Specifically in this video is that I joined this group on Facebook and I made a post, and I mean, no, it didn't blow up. It did not go viral, but out of all the posts that I've made on all my different social media platforms, I feel like this post got like the most, what's the word? Traction. We'll use that as the word. And I tell y'all, there is this thing in me that has me like, okay, we gotta hide. Literally. I'm trying to, let me see how I wrote it. I was saying pretty much, literally, I made that post yesterday and I got like some traction on it, but I didn't post anything today. Like, it's kind of like I've been like retreating, right? So this is not sponsored, but of course, you know, I talk about, if you've never seen one of my videos, I talk about ChatGPT a lot. So this is me and ChatGPT talking, and ChatGPT said, it sounds like you're experiencing what many people go through when they start to see a bit of success or recognition, and almost automatic pullback. And it's like when things finally start going right, you suddenly feel the urge to pull back, disappear, avoid posting. This can be rooted in both mental health and spiritual aspects. So let's break it down a bit. This is what ChatGPT said now. They said this could be tied to self-sabotage, which is when you unconsciously undermine your own success. It is often linked to feelings of unworthiness, fear of failure, or even success. When you're not used to things going well, it can feel uncomfortable or scary. So your mind might trick you into pulling back as a form of protection. It's like your brain is trying to keep you in a familiar place, even if that place is one of feeling unnoticed or undervalued. Spirituality, you might be grappling with the tensions, feeling between like this success is a blessing. We're gonna say success in quotes, is a blessing, and the fear that it could be a test. Sometimes when things start going well, you might wonder if you're being distracted from your true path, or if you, wait a minute. You might wonder if you're being distracted from your true path, or you might fear that it's a temporary high that will be followed by a low. This can lead to a kind of spiritual hesitation where you're unsure if you should embrace this moment or if it's something you need to be weary of. What it says, W-A-R-Y, wary of. It goes on to say that both of these aspects are deeply connected to your mental and spiritual journey. It might help to take some time to reflect on what success means to you and why it might be triggering these feelings. Sometimes just acknowledging that this is a pattern can help you push through it. It's not easy, but understanding this can be a common reaction that can be the first step in overcoming it. You might consider grounding yourself in the present, reminding yourself why you started creating content in the first place, and affirming that it's okay to enjoy the fruits of your hard work. It's a journey, and it's okay to feel both excited and scared as you move forward. So that is what ChatGPT had to say about how I feel. Again, I'm talking about the feeling of, I made a post and no, it didn't go viral. I'm not that delusional. The post did not go viral, but it did, spark some conversation. And there is this part of me that's like, oh my God, we gotta retreat now. Like, nobody can know who we are. It's really weird. Because when I really, really think about it and be honest with myself, this is what has happened every time I got to the point where, Raise, this could really work. You could really make this happen. Perfect example, when I wrote my book 2 years ago now. Oh my God. When I first wrote my book, y'all, I was so excited. I was just like, oh my God, I wrote a book, right? I was out there interacting, vending, going to events, like literally meeting everybody. And I promise you, all of a sudden, I just found myself retreating back. And I mean, I guess I can only attribute it to what I just said, the spiritual aspect and the mental aspect. When I say spiritual, I mean like, cause I do believe in spiritual warfare. I feel like you can't believe in God and not believe in Satan. Like, you know what I'm saying? They balance it. They, you know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying, right? So, I talk about spiritual warfare a lot in the sense that I feel like what has always caused me to self-sabotage, which is literally what this is, self-sabotage. What has caused me to do this is the fear of, what if this actually works? Like, what if this actually happens? I am at a place mentally where I really, really, really feel like my creativity, I feel like it's at its peak right now. And I want to do everything. I want to do everything, which is why I haven't put out like a video, because there is so much. Oh my God, there's so much running through my head. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to vlog. I want to write in my blog. I want to do fashion. I want to cook. I want to talk about mental health. I want to talk about fitness. I want to talk about my spirituality. Do you get what I'm saying? Like I want to do everything, but I can't. I can't do everything. And mentally, it's like I'm trying to get myself to understand that, Aurelius, you can't do everything. You can't. You just can't. You can't do everything. But I think a lot of this is the ADHD and the OCD combined that just makes me feel like I can't do everything. And I keep telling myself it's not that I can't do it. I can't do it by myself. And so I continuously pray to God for some help, for some assistance. Because, I don't even say it in a bragging way. Like, I literally say it in just trying to be honest. There are so many ideas that run through my head. There is so much creativity running through my head. And it's like, I know I can't do everything. I can't do everything that runs through my head. But I feel like if I had help and I could delegate some of these tasks, some of these ideas to, like, I feel like I could really make it happen. I always say I consider myself like a mix of Issa Rae, Donny Hathaway, Taylor Swift, and there's one other person. Oh, and Carrie from Sex and the City. Oh my God, how can I forget her? But those 4 people. Issa Rae, in the sense that I literally can see a whole series, just like conversation, content, wardrobe, music, background, B-rolls, you name it. I swear to God, I can see it all in my head, right? I see the content, I see the video, the TV show, if it was, if it was either a 30-minute slot or an hour slot, like literally I see the whole thing, right? Taylor Swift, cause it's like I use the things that have hurt me in the past as my inspiration. We'll say that. Donny Hathaway, because I feel like I'm creative as fuck, right? I feel like I have so many ideas, so many different concepts, right? But as you can tell from the title, as the title says, mental health, mental illness, living with mental disorders, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. And that's where the whole Donny Hathaway thing comes in, as where I'm creative. I have ideas for days, but I struggle with my mental illness. Just like I said, I had a post, again, the post did not go viral, but the post did get some traction, right? And instead of me, like jumping on that moment, there is this part of me that's like, oh, don't post. We can't post, right? Don't say anything. Oh my God. It's so weird. It's so weird. And who else did I say? Oh, and Carrie from Sex in the City. In the sense of how I write my content, I am, even though I guess you could say I'm celibate at this point, but I am a very sexual being. I do like to write about sex. I like to write about a lot of things. And that's what Carrie from Sex in the City comes in. And I guess you can intertwine that with my love of fashion. Even though my fashion sense is not the same as Carrie's fashion sense. I love fashion. So yeah, I feel like a mix of all those people when it comes to my content. Like I said, I did write a script. Let me see, what point am I in my script? Yeah, self-sabotage. Talk about what's been on your mind lately. Mention, especially what you mentioned in the post, which I have spoken about. The question to the audience is, have you ever felt this way? Not necessarily with content creating, but I mean, there probably has been something in your life that, everybody has a passion project. Everybody has something that, they're passionate about. And I mean, maybe your situation wasn't exactly like mine, but I feel like we all can relate in some sense. Yeah, I define what self-sabotage is and share your experience with it. So again, self-sabotage literally is when things are going good and you cause them to come to an end. That's long story short. That's what self-sabotage is. My notes say self-sabotage is when we undermine our own success without often realizing it. And I've noticed that I tend to do that, like when things are going well, I back away instead of pushing forward. Yeah. Related to mental health, talk about mental health issues like anxiety or fear of failure can contribute to self-sabotage. Yeah, I think I covered that too. That this thing inside of me that it's more like, again, I have so many ideas running through my head at any given moment. And, is I saw a post that said, making a living off your own talent is a real flex, right? And I just feel like my mind is just one of those things that I never really tapped into. In my mind, I always felt like the only way I could make content or make money on YouTube was literally if I was like showing what I bought or some shit like that. But I have realized that, you know, there are a lot of people that feel the same way that I feel, that think the same way I feel. So, yeah. Share your thoughts on how spirituality might influence this behavior. As I said, you know, I'm big on spiritual warfare, and I strongly believe that that definitely plays a part, because I'm at a place in my life where I'm like, yeah, God, use me however you see fit. And we all know, you know, Satan don't want to hear that. He wants no parts of that. If you're not down with his agenda, like, no, 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 no. So I always go back to a couple Sundays ago in church when Pastor said, you know, before you decided to go on this path, on this spiritual journey, you know, Satan went on you, you know, the way that he's on you now. So I keep going back to that, because it be little shit like, I have a thought, I have an idea, right? And in my mind, I'm like, oh my God, cracking up, laughing, thinking this is the funniest post ever, right? I make the post, right? And nobody responds. So obviously, you know, my mind starts to shift back to, oh, Reyes, maybe that post wasn't really that funny. Then nobody really care about that, you know, and it's like all that is negativity and self-doubt, you know, that I am ingesting in, instead of saying, nah, 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 nah. You know, what I keep trying to tell myself, no matter what, is that as long as I stay true to myself, the people that are meant to find me are going to find me. I know I say the wrong things sometimes at the wrong times or whatever, but at the end of the day, I still feel like, you know, God has a purpose for me. God wants me to share my story. And just like a lot of people from the Bible, you know, God doesn't want the perfect people. You know, he wants the black sheep of the family, or, you know, whatever. The person that hasn't had the best life, you know, those are the people that God chooses to use. So, you know, wow, yeah, I may not have an audience, you know, I literally hear God saying, already, just keep going, just keep going, just keep going. You know, and eventually the people that are meant to find you will find you. Like I said, I started this live on TikTok, and a bunch of bots. Like, it was mainly bots, but actually one person, one real person who said she wasn't a bot was on the video. But I'ma just be honest, because I knew, you know, it was a lot of bots, and it wasn't like real people that I was talking to like that. You know, just being honest, it took away from the momentum, you know, the excitement I had about what I wanted to say. I know it's about, you know, just getting the message out there, but at the end of the day, when if you know you're not talking to anybody, literally, you know, it's like, I don't want to waste my good stuff on nobody watching. So I think I did have one viewer for a little while. This is pretty much everything I had. The point that I just was referring to was replying back to comments. So again, there are no comments to reply back to, but that's why I gave the TikTok story. Share what you've learned about yourself recently and how you're planning to move forward. My whole thing is that I will say without a doubt, without a shadow of a doubt, I know that I want God to use me. Now, the way I want God to use me may not necessarily be the way that He wants to use me, but at the end of the day, I told God to use me, and whatever comes with it, comes with that. So if I am making a live and talking to myself, so be it. You know, it makes me think about y'all remember in Malcolm X movie, like when they first went out there and was starting to spread the word, and there was literally nobody out there and they were literally talking to themselves. That's what, talking about God kind of feels like. Not even just talking about God, but just, talking when you don't have an audience. You just feel like you're just talking and the words falling on deaf ears because nobody is watching. But you listen to God and you be obedient to God, and you just continue, speaking about your life and what God is doing through your life. I'm talking to myself. And I just truly believe, eventually the people that are supposed to find me are going to find me. And something I've never talked about, but at the end of the day, I really hear God saying to me, because it keeps playing in the back of my mind. Jesus had 12 followers, 12 disciples. Now, I know in the day of social media, you need more than 12 followers to, get your word out there. But I don't know. That just keeps running through my head. Jesus had 12 followers. Jesus had 12 followers. And hell, even out of them 12 followers, he had issues with them too. It's funny, I didn't think I was gonna relate this, but my devotional today was talking about Thomas, the doubting disciple, and I can't lie, I find myself feeling the way Thomas felt. Like, that's the reality of life and Christianity and this Christian journey. I was listening to something earlier today that was saying, it depends on the perspective that you look at things. Like, I found myself in the category of, God, why did you make the people of Egypt suffer for 400 years, right? And then why did you make the people of Israel, once you brought them out of bondage, why did you allow them to wander in, can't think of the word, the wilderness? Why did you allow them to wander in the wilderness for 40 years? And the answer, what I hear God say back to me, is that, a lot of it is just about, I'm just not at that point in my spiritual journey to where I understand. I'm still a babe in Christ. I'm still learning. But you know, it's just all about how do you look at that situation? How do you look at situations? You know, do you look at it like, you know, God had a reason, God had a purpose for keeping those people in bondage, you know, for making them wander in the wilderness for 40 years, you know. You're either one of those people that understand why God did that, or you're one of those people that are still like, but God, why? You know, and I don't see anything wrong with admitting that I'm one of those people that are still questioning, but God, why? You know, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, it's just about me continuously growing in my relationship with God, in my relationship with Christ. I feel like I have a good spiritual background. Just like most people, I grew up in the church. You know, I've always pretty much, you know, known God. God has always had a role in my life, you know, whatever. I'm one of those people, but just like I read, um I'm on Threads. Threads is really cool, y'all, if you don't know, but I saw this girl, she posted a devotional. What is it called? It's something like Black Girl. Hold on, let me see. What is it called? What is this plan called? Church Girl. That's the name of the plan. It's on the Bible app. If you log in, it's a 5-day devotional by Sarita Lyons. Sarita T. Lyons. I'm not sure who she is, but I do like it. It touches on the things that we as Black girls, you know, especially trying to live our, what do we call it now? Our soft life through Christ. Yeah, that's a really good devotional. One of my girlfriends on not TikTok, Threads, posted that. But yeah, I don't no, I don't even remember how I got to that point at this point right now. So, I guess I can end this live. I said I wanted to end it with like a little joke or whatever. Again, I consider myself a socially awkward creative. I write stuff all the time. What is this one about? Oh, that one was about using your trauma as motivation for, or inspiration. Yeah, motivation, inspiration, whatever, for writing. You never be surprised. You will be surprised what you can come up with, creatively, once you allow God into your life. I feel like God always knew I enjoyed writing. Writing has always been my thing. I've always been creative. I mean, I had an imaginary world ever since I was a kid, you know. But that was a part of my life that I did not share with a lot of people. Not many people knew about my imaginary world. It's kind of one of them things I talk about now, but I wasn't really talking about this before, but you know, I had this imaginary world, and in this imaginary world, you know, I was the princess. And I had no idea that, you know, that was creativity. Um I make all these little crazy posts, and I know I said something like I attribute my creativity to being left home a lot, left home alone, or spending a lot of time alone. I can't even talk right. I attribute my creativity to being left home alone a lot. Yeah. Um, mm. And I don't know. I'm at the place now where I'm not that great with freestyling because I'm still, you know, this is still new to me. So freestyling is kind of hard, you know, at this current moment. Freestyling is kind of hard for me, but I can write some stuff. I can come up with some stuff if I write it down. So, I'm actually going to end this live with a post I made. Let me see which one I wanted to write to give you guys. Uh, oh God, what time is it? Almost 11. I'm gonna just leave y'all with this this one little post I wrote. It's a little 1-2-1-2. That's what I always say. It's just a 1-2-1-2. So it goes like this: 1-2-1-2. Just a quick rhyme. Mental health's no joke. It's a daily climb. But I found my voice through pen and paper. Through but I found my voice through pen and page, turning all this pain into words on stage. I apologize. That's me. I messed that up. You might think, nah, I'm not that creative, but dig a little deeper, you might find it's native. Whether it's trauma, loss, or life's other mess, journaling might just help you process. So take a pen, a paper, give it a go, express yourself, let those feelings flow. It ain't about being perfect, just being true and finding some peace in what you can do. So yeah, I am going to end this live now. If you give me a thumbs up just for my little rap at the end. Y'all, my memory is so bad. I write this stuff, and I mean not all. I mean I write it, but I do it with Chat GPT. I do it with Chat GPT. I will say that. But we come up with this stuff, and there is so much. I have so many entries into Chat GPT. That's a whole nother video, y'all. If y'all want to hear me talk about Chat GPT, I will. But yeah. I come up with these ideas, and again, because there are so many ideas, I forget what the hell I even wrote about. Like, I'm trying to remember when I even wrote about this. I'm trying to remember, but yeah, I'm gonna end it on that. If you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe. I consider myself a socially awkward creative. I give voices to the people that are normally overlooked. The people, that people don't really pay any attention to. Those of us that people feel like we're nobody, you know, people overlook us. Those are the socially awkward people, you know. And I will say this, you know, being socially awkward, of course, is not something that anybody asks for, you know. But I am learning to accept this personality that God gave me. I'm not gonna lie, it's really embarrassing at times, but I am accepting that this is how God made me. So if you enjoyed, if you watched it all the way to the end, like, comment, subscribe, share. Let me know where you're watching from. I'm always going to say that because somebody watched one of my videos from Germany. Somebody watched one of my videos from Australia. So I just like to know where you're watching this video from, just so I know where my videos are actually going. So yeah, if you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe, share. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.